So if you've just joined us, you only need 2 blocks this morning. And then begin lying down. And as you lie down, just find movement in the fingers and the toes, wrists and ankles. And perhaps you roll the head from left to right. And just begin to feel the connection of your body against the mat beneath you. And take a deep breath in. Taking a deep breath in from the bottom of your body to the top, from the soles of the feet to the crown of the head. And as you exhale, sigh out into the space around you, into the space beneath you. And feel the heaviness of the body as you lie here on the mat. Taking a deep breath. And as you exhale, sigh out into your space, into your body, into the mat underneath you, the room around you. And it might be that you begin your practice today with an intention of what you maybe want to get out from your practice, maybe something that you could continue with in the rest of your day, the rest of your week. It might be your intention is just to remember to breathe. If things get a little bit tougher, a little bit more challenging, just remember to tune back into your deeper inhales, longer exhales. Maybe your intention is to be kind to yourself. Be kind as you move through your practice. If you need to modify, do so. Your kindness starts now as you take these moments just for you. Whatever your intention is, or maybe it's no intention, maybe you just are here for the movement. Just begin to take a deeper breath, clearing your mind of everything else and allowing your focus to be right here, right now. And as you take your next inhale, bring the knees all the way up into the chest. Gently rock the back, side to side, round in circles, up and down the mat. Just finding a little bit of movement. And then placing the feet to the floor, feet and knees together. Reach the hands up towards the sky. Take a breath here. And as you exhale, open the knees out wide and cactus the arms out wide so that the elbows and hands come close to the floor or on the floor. So you inhale, bring the knees, elbows and hands together and squeeze them tight. Exhale, butterfly the legs, cactus the arms wide. Inhale, squeeze, knees, elbows, hands together. Exhale, butterfly the knees, cactus the arms and hands. Inhale, squeeze into the center, knees, elbows, hands. Exhale, butterfly the legs, cactus the arms. Hold it here. Relax the hands to the floor. And then stay with the arms as they are as you bring the knees together. And once the knees touch, take the feet out wide so that the feet are maybe as wide as your mat. Take a breath. And as you exhale, tilt both of your knees towards the right. Keeping the space between the feet. Feel the stretch around the front of your left hip into your left upper thigh. Beginning to switch off the muscles in the legs so that the knees can just rest towards the floor. So you inhale, bring the knees all the way up through center. And exhale, twist them both knees over to the left. Keeping the space between the feet as you twist. Feel the stretch through the front of the right hip and thigh. Making sure that your shoulders are nice and even here on the floor. Taking a long, slow, steady breath in through the nose. As you exhale, bringing the knees all the way up through center. Taking a hold of one of your blocks. Lift the hips and slide the block underneath your lower back. So as you rest down on top of your block, you've got a little bit of your flesh that just hangs over the edge of the block. And then from here, bring the right knee into the chest and begin to squeeze the right knee in towards the body. If that feels enough for you, then hold it here. If you feel like you could go a little bit deeper, slide the left leg long and push the heel of the left foot firmly into the floor. Beginning to feel a stretch and length along the front of the left hip. Take in a deep breath. As you exhale, switch the legs. Bring the left knee into the chest. Take the right foot to the floor initially. If that's enough, stay there. If you can stretch the right leg out long, take it long, squeeze the heel of the right foot into the floor. Notice the stretch at the front of the right thigh. Breathing into the belly on the inhale. Exhale. Let it all go. And with your next breath, bring the right knee to meet the left. Send the knees so they're in line with the hip bones, and then lift the heels of the feet so they're in line with the backs of the knees. Begin to work on pulling the core muscles in nice and tight. Pull the belly in, the waist around the belly. Resting the hands on the floor, take a breath here. Then exhale, tap the right heel to the floor. Squeeze the belly muscles in tight. Inhale, right knee lifts. Exhale, tap the left heel to the floor. Inhale, left knee. Exhale, tap the right knee. If you want a little bit more from the abs, take the right heel a little further away. Slowly bring it through center. Inhale, tap the left heel to the floor. Take it further away if you want more challenge. Exhale, left knee through center. Inhale, tap the right heel. Take it even further away if you want that extra challenge. Come all the way back through center. Taking the left heel, tap it to the floor. Hug the belly muscles in tight. Come all the way back through center and lift the toes up towards the sky. With the legs up high, find some movement in the ankles. Take a breath here. And as you exhale, hug the belly muscles in tight, bend the knees and tap both feet to the floor. Inhale, knees center, feet to the sky. Exhale, bend knees, hug belly in, tap the feet to the floor. Inhale, knees center, feet lift to the sky. Exhale, bend knees, hug belly muscles in tight as you tap the feet to the floor. Inhale, knees center, feet lift. Exhale, hug the belly in tight as you bend the knees, tap the feet all the way down to the floor. And then place the soles of the feet onto the floor. Take an inhale as you lift the hips off the block, squeeze the glutes in tight. And then slide your block from underneath you and rest your back down on the floor. From here, lift the right leg up towards the sky and take your block to the right ankle. Hold it steady with both hands. If you can't quite meet the ankle because your legs are a little bit too tight, then you might just bring the block towards the front of your knee or thigh. Using both hands to push the block to the foot, pull the foot into the block. Take an inhale as you begin to lift the head and shoulders off the floor, squeezing the block between the hands and the leg. And as you exhale, lower the head and shoulders to the floor.
Inhale, lift the head and shoulders off the mat. Squeeze the block between the hands, between the legs. Exhale, lower the head and shoulders to the floor. Inhale, lift the head and shoulders. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift the head and shoulders. This time as you exhale, extend the left leg long. Hover the heel about an inch off the floor. And then let go of the block with the left hand and lift the fingertips towards the sky. And as you inhale, bring your left foot to meet your left hand. Squeeze the block between the right side. Exhale, extend through the left side of the body. Inhale, left hand comes towards left foot. This time, take the left hand to the block, reach the right arm to the sky. And as you exhale, extend left leg, right arm. Inhale through center. Exhale, extend the left side. Inhale, center. Exhale, extend left leg, right arm. Inhale, center. Exhale, extend left leg, left arm, hold. Squeeze the block between the right side. And then slowly bring the knees into the chest, release. Massage the back against the floor as you rock the head from side to side. And placing the right foot to the floor, lift the left leg towards the sky. Place your block to the front of the left ankle, maybe into the front of your left knee and thigh. Both hands on the block, find a little bit of squeeze between the foot and the hands. And as you inhale, lift the head and shoulders off the floor, squeeze. Exhale, lower the head and shoulders to the mat. Inhale, lift the head and shoulders, squeeze the block. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the head and shoulders, squeeze. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the head and shoulders, hold here. Extend the right leg long, right fingertips reach up to the sky. Inhale, right foot lifts to right hand. Exhale, extend the right side of the body. Inhale, center. Exhale, extend right leg, left arm. Inhale, center. Exhale, extend the right side. Inhale, center. Exhale, extend right leg, left arm. Inhale through center. Exhale, extend the right side, squeeze the block. Hold it there. Take a breath. And slowly release. Bring the knees into the chest. Taking a rock around of the spine. And then begin to rock forwards and backwards until you come all the way up to find your seat. As you find your seat, take your block to your right hip. And then take your right elbow, rest it down into the blocks. Your block can be as high as it needs to be. If you've got two blocks, you might need to stack them up one against each other. And once you lean over to the right, bring the left hand behind the head. And inhale, lift the head all the way back into the hands. As you lean the head back, feel a lift of the left ribs pulling up away from your left hip bone. Point the left elbow a little higher. Lean in the head all the way back. Push your left sit bone into the earth. Take a breath. As you exhale, come all the way up through center. Take your block out in front of you. Reach the hands towards the block as you fold forward and rest the forehead into the blocks. Coming into a supported forward fold. Again, if that feels a little bit too low for you with just using one block, if you have two blocks, use them, stack them up one against the other. Breathing into the back space of the heart as you inhale. Exhale, sigh the breath down the spine. Deep breath into the back space of the heart. Exhale, sighing out the breath along the back of the spine. Coming all the way up through center, placing your block just outside the left hip. Left elbow into the block, begin to lean as you take your right hand behind the head. Inhale, lift the head into the hand. Exhale, push the right sit bone into the floor. Think about your right elbow pointing a little higher. Feel the lift of the right ribs pulling up away from the right hip. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Come all the way up through center. Take your block forward. Reach the hands to where the block is as you lean into your forward fold. Resting the forehead on top of your block or blocks. If you feel like you can go a little deeper, begin to take your blocks a little bit lower. Just allow the weight of your head to rest over the blocks. Breathing into the back space of your heart on your inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. Slowly beginning to lift up from your forward fold. Pop your blocks over to one side and then make your way up onto hands and knees. As you come onto hands and knees, take a deep breath in as you begin to move through cat-cow. Drop the belly, lift the head, the hips. Exhale to round it out through the spine, chin into chest. Inhale, dropping the belly, lift the head, the hips. Exhale, round it out, chin into chest. Inhale, come through center. As you exhale, hug the belly muscles in tight, your core muscles, as you extend the right leg long. And as you inhale, bring the right knee all the way into the nose. Exhale, extend the right leg, bend the elbows, tilt the nose to the floor. Inhale through center, draw the knee into the nose. Exhale, extend the right leg, bend the elbows, nose to the floor. Inhale, right knee into nose. Exhale, extend on the right leg, bend the elbows, nose to the floor. Inhale, squeeze the right leg in towards the nose. This time, hold. Push the ground away, lift the back of the heart up towards the sky. See if you can pull your right knee in a little closer. And then release, right knee to the floor. And as you inhale, reach the left arm forward and begin to take your left arm around in big open circles. Move through your left shoulder joint. Take the arm as wide as you possibly can. And as you reach your left arm back this time, hold it there. Turning the palm around so it looks to the long side of the mat. Lift the left shoulder away from the floor. And from here, inhale, the right foot lifts up into the left hand. As you begin to reach for the foot, see if you can lift your right knee a little bit higher. And then begin to see if you can lift your weight up out from your right wrist. Take in a breath. And as you exhale, release. Left hand, right knee to the floor. From here, tuck the toes. And then lift and hover the knees about an inch off the floor. Hug the belly muscles in nice and tight. Take a breath. As you exhale, keep the bend in the knees as you twist the hips towards the right. Inhale through center, hover the knees. Exhale, twist the hips towards the left. Inhale through center. Exhale, release the knees to the floor. Inhale, cat-cow, drop the belly, lift the head, lift the hips. Exhale, round it out through the spine, draw the chin into the chest. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the head, the hips. Exhale, round it out through your cat. Inhale, come through neutral. Exhale, hug your core muscles in tight as you extend the left leg. And as you inhale, bring the knee into the nose. Exhale, extend the left leg, bend the elbows, nose towards the floor. Inhale, pull the knee into the nose. Exhale, extend the left leg, tap the nose to the floor. Inhale, knee to nose, squeeze. Exhale, extend left leg, tap the nose towards the floor. Inhale, pull the knee all the way into the nose, hold. Think here about lifting up the back of the heart to the sky, squeezing and lifting the knee a little higher. And then release left knee to right. Inhale, right arm forward, begin to take your right arm around in big open circles. Working through your right shoulder joints.
And as you take the right arm back for this last time, hold it there, rotate the palm, it looks to the long side of the mat. Lift the right shoulder a little higher, and then see if you can lift your left foot up into the right hand. From here, lift the left knee a little higher. Think about your right shoulder continuing to lift up away from the floor. And then lift up the weight out from your left wrist. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, release left knee, right hand to the floor. Tuck in the toes, lift and hover the knees about an inch off the mat. Take in a breath. Hug your core muscles in tight, your powerhouse here around your center. And on your exhale, twist the hips to the right, sink them down low. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist hips left. Inhale through center. Exhale to your downward facing dogs. Pedal out the legs in downward facing dog. Find as much movement here as you need. Relax the head between the arms if that's good for you. Take a little twist to the right, to the left, and nod yes, no. And as you inhale, begin to gaze forward. And on the exhale, step the feet all the way up to the hands. Lift up to halfway lift. Exhale, fold and fold. As you fold forward, take a hold of either one or two of your blocks and rest the elbows over the block. So just coming into forward fold with this help of your blocks. If you don't have the blocks, then maybe you just take the hands to the elbows and rest the elbows just to where your knees are, just underneath the knees. And aim towards sliding the elbows down the legs towards the ankles. Hold and steady here in your forward fold. Shift your weight forward into your toes. You're going to work on the lift of the backs of the legs. Lifting your sit bones up towards the sky. Maybe you bend and stretch the legs a few times here. And as you take your next inhale, open up the arms wide, rise all the way up to the sky. Exhale, folding all the way forward over the legs. Take hold of both of your blocks and place them on the floor, just where your hands would land as you move into your plank. If you're not using the blocks, just use the floor and begin to step back, right foot, left foot. Plank, with or without the blocks. And you have the option to lower the knees to the floor should you need. Take in a breath. And all we're going to do on your exhale is bend the elbows an inch. Inhale, lift the heart, straighten up through the arms. Exhale, bend the elbows an inch. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, push the ground away all the way into your downward facing dogs. Take a deep breath here. A long exhale. Inhale, lift the right leg all the way up to the sky. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands, lower the left knee to the floor. Inhale, arms rise all the way up to the sky in your low lunge. As you exhale, take the left hand to the block and sweep the right arm all the way up to the sky. So you're using your blocks to add in a little bit of height and lift so that you can open up into the twist even more. Take in a breath. Exhale, take the right hand to the right block or the floor if you're using the floor. Tuck the left toes, step it back into plank. Take a breath here. And as you exhale, bend the elbows all the way down towards chaturanga. If you're using the blocks, the shoulders don't go any lower than the blocks. Hold your chaturanga and then release all the way down onto the floor. Take the blocks out in front of you and then cactus the arms out wide. Take the feet as wide as the mat. And on your inhale, lift the front of the body off the floor with your cactus arms, your feet out wide.
As you exhale, squeeze the elbows to the ribs, the feet together. Inhale, elbows wide, cactus, feet wide. Exhale, squeeze, elbows in, feet in. Inhale, take it wide. Exhale, pull it in tight. Inhale, take it out wide. Exhale, squeeze in tight, hold here. Squeeze the elbows a little tighter, squeeze the feet a little tighter. Maybe you can lift the heart a little higher. And then release all the way down onto the mat. Bringing the hands along by the ribs, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or jump the feet all the way up to the hands. Lift up halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, using one or two blocks. Rest the elbows into the blocks. Allow the chin to come in towards the chest, gaze towards the back edge of the mat. Take in a breath. A long exhale. Maybe you notice how tight your legs feel here as you lean over a little bit deeper, moving towards your blocks. Wiggle them out if you need to, find some movement. And as you take your next inhale, opening up the arms wide, rise all the way up to the sky. Exhale, folding forward over the legs. Taking two blocks, if you're using them either sides of the mat, step it all the way back through your plank. From your plank, take a breath. Exhale, bend the elbows an inch. Inhale, lift up away from the floor. Exhale, bend those elbows an inch. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale to your downward facing dogs. And as you inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, step the left foot between the hands, lower the right knee to the floor. Inhale, arms lift up overhead, low lunge. Exhale, right hand to the block, left arm sweeps to the sky. Adding in that height with the blocks. Maybe you can feel the increase in your twist here. Take a breath. Exhale, left hand to the floor or the blocks, step it back through plank. High plank or low plank with the knees on the floor, take a breath in. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga, hold the shoulders just above the blocks. Exhale, release all the way down onto the floor. As you inhale, bring the elbows forward, cobra pose. Exhale, lowering the heart to the floor, plant the hands lifted up into your downward facing dogs. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or jump the feet to the hands. Lift up halfway lift. Exhale, folding it all the way forward over the legs. Inhale, wide arms rise all the way up to the sky. Exhale, fold them forward over the legs. Take your blocks, place them to the floor. If you're using them, step back through plank. Take a breath in here. And as you exhale, lower all the way down, chaturanga. If you're using the blocks, inhale to a deep upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, lift the right leg high in the air. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands, lower the left knee to the floor. Inhale, low lunge, arms reach up high. Exhale, twist, left hand to the floor, right arm sweeps up to the sky. Lean the head and shoulders back, see if you can increase your twist. Push the sole of the right foot firmly into the floor. Take a breath. Exhale, and the right hand comes to the inside of the right leg. And then using your blocks to rest the elbows down on top of, coming in towards your lizard stretch. It might be that, again, you need a couple of blocks to stack them up to make it a little bit higher for you. You might be able to take your block all the way down onto its lowest level. But here you want to think about both elbows being equal. So one elbow might meet the floor, the other might not. So raise up the height of your floor with your blocks to make sure that the elbows are both even here on the floor. Relax the head. Maybe you can look to the back edge of the mat. Take in a deep breath. A long exhale. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. From here, either your left elbow stays on the block, maybe you lift up onto your left hand. Take the right arm out behind you, palm facing the long side of the mat, and then lift the left foot up into the right hand. You might need to lift your block all the way up onto its highest setting to allow you to catch a hold of that foot. And begin to squeeze the left heel all the way in towards your bottom. If your chest is up pretty high, then you might be able to sink your left hip closer to the floor, just to add in a little bit more of a stretch around the front of the thigh. If you're on your elbows, you might be able to take your elbow a little lower. Maybe you can lower your blocks even more. Take a breath here. Exhale to release the left foot to the floor, bringing both hands onto your blocks. Step it back into your one-legged plank. Right leg reaches out behind you. And as you take your next inhale, bring your right knee towards your right elbow. And then take that right knee around in circles. Whether you're using the blocks or your hands are on the floor, take your right knee around in circles around your right elbow. And then from here, cross your right knee to the left. Step the right foot out to the left and lift the left arm to the sky in your fallen triangle. Think about your right hip pulling all the way up away from the floor. Take in a breath. Exhaling the left hand to the block, step it back into your plank, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to your upward facing dog or cobras. Exhale, downward facing dog. Finding a little bit of movement in the legs in your downward facing dogs. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, left leg lifts high. Exhale, step the left foot between the hands, lower the right knee to the floor. Inhale, arms lift up high. Exhale, right hand to the block or the floor, twist the left arm up to the sky. Take a breath as you lift the chest, leaning the head and shoulders back. Exhaling the left hand to the inside of the left leg. Taking your blocks to lower the elbows onto in your lizard. Again, you might need to use a couple of blocks here just to help level off the elbows and the shoulders. Relax the head, look towards the back of the mat. And beginning to come into those deeper breaths. Big inhale to the back of the heart. Exhale, soften. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Either with your right elbow staying on top of your block or you lift up onto your right hand, reach the left arm out behind you. Palm faces the long side of the mat as you lift your right foot up into your left hand. Think about the twist here, turning the belly button around towards the left thigh. If you're up high on your hand, maybe you can allow that right hip to sink a little bit further forward. Maybe you can come a little bit lower on the elbows. Lean the head and shoulders back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, releasing the right foot to the floor. Place the hands on the mat or the blocks, whatever you're using. Step it back into a one-legged plank. It might be even your plank is modified with the right knee on the floor if you need it. And as you inhale, bring your left knee forward to your left elbow. And then take that left knee around in circles close to the left arm. From here, twist the left knee right. Step the left foot out to the right. Take the right arm to the sky in your fallen triangle. Open up the front of the body. Push the hips forward. Lean the head back. Take in a breath. Exhale, both hands to the blocks or the floor. Step back through plank, lower down, chaturanga.
Inhale to your upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Long full breath here in your downward facing dog. Long, steady exhale. And as you inhale, lift your right leg all the way up to the sky. Lift it high. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands. From here, spin the left heel in, working towards your warrior two legs. And then beginning to take one of your blocks in your hands, lift the block all the way up overhead. Warrior two stance. Chest looks to the long side of the mat. Right knee pushes towards right pinky toes. Take in a breath here. As you exhale, straighten the right leg and lean over towards the right. As if you're trying to push your block towards the top of your mat. Inhale, come through warrior two. Chest to center, block above the head, right knee bends. Exhale, extend the right leg, reach the arms over to the right. Inhale, come through center your warrior two, block overhead, right knee bends. Exhale, straighten through the right leg, lean to the right. This time, keep your block in your right hand and place it to the floor on the outside of your right ankle. Moving into your triangle, your Trikonasana pose. Using the blocks just to allow you to keep that lift in the chest, especially the left side of the chest. If it's too uncomfortable to have the left arm overhead, reach the hand to the sky, or even just rest that left hand along on your left hip. Lean the head and shoulders back. Take in a long breath. As you exhale from here, bend and into the right knee. Take your block out in front of your right foot and then step your left foot in towards the middle of the mat. So you're coming into your pyramid legs here. Straighten it out through both legs and send your block to the outside of your right ankle. Left hand to the block. Inhale, twist the right arm to the sky. Take in a full breath. Lean in the head and shoulders back. Exhale, squeeze the inner thighs together. Take a breath here. As you exhale, bringing the hands down to the block, step the block just out in front of your right foot. And then inhale, lift the left leg out behind you, warrior three legs. Hold it here, either keeping the block on the floor, or maybe as you begin to lift the block out front into full warrior three. As you inhale, bring your left knee into the block or in towards the chest if the block's on the floor. Exhale into your warrior three. Inhale, left knee squeezes forward. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, squeezing the left knee forward, come rise all the way up to stand, stand and balance. And from your stand and balance, cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Using your block, place it to the floor, just out in front of you, and bend into the right knee. So you're coming into your stand and pigeon, using the block to help support your movement. If you feel like you could take it a little bit further, you've got something extra to give, slide the block right. Left hand stays on the block as you reach your right arm up to the sky, find a twist. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. From your stand and pigeon, bringing your hands through center. If you're using the blocks, place the blocks down on the mat. Step the left foot back, the right foot back through plank. If you're not using the blocks, your hands are on the floor, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to your upward facing dogs. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedaling out those legs in your downward facing dog. And as you take your next inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, step the left foot between the hands. Spin the right heel in. Find in your warrior two legs. Take your block, reach it all the way up overhead. Readjust in the feet as you need. Take a breath in. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Inhale to straighten the left leg, lean left. Exhale, warrior two. Block reaches up through center. Inhale, straighten the left leg, lean left. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten through the left leg, lean over to the left. Keep the block in the left hand, place it to the outside edge of the left ankle. Coming into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Lean in the head and shoulders back. Think about lifting the chin up out from the chest. See if you can push your hip bones a little further forward as you lean the head and shoulders back. Take a deep breath in. A deep breath up. From your Trikonasana, beginning to bend into the left knee. Placing your block towards the middle of the mat, step the right foot into the center. Preparing for your triangle, your pyramid legs. Take your block to the left. Keeping the right hand on the block, beginning to twist the left arm all the way up to the sky. Lean in the head and shoulders back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, squeeze the belly muscles around your midsection. Take a breath. Exhale, release. Placing the block just in front of your left foot. Inhale, lift the right leg out behind you towards your warrior three. This is where you might stay, or you might begin to take the block forward of the shoulders. Take a breath in. Exhale, squeeze right knee through center. Pulling the blocks to the knees, or maybe the knees just towards the nose. Inhale, warrior three. Exhale, squeeze the right knee forward. Inhale, warrior three. Exhale, bring on the right knee forward as you rise all the way up into your stand and balance. From your stand and balance, cross the right ankle over the left knee, and then beginning to lean forward so you place your block to the floor. Using it as your tool for to help balance, and then bend your left knee a little more. Think about the space here in the right leg, letting your right knee move all the way over towards the smaller side of the mat to the right. Sink down a little deeper in the legs. If you feel like you've got that extra bit to give, slide the block slightly left. Keep the right hand to the block as you twist the left arm up towards the sky. Take in a breath. Long exhale. Bringing the hands through center, preparing your blocks if you're using them. Step the right foot back, the left foot back, plank. Take a breath to prepare. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale in your up dogs or cobras. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedaling out through the legs in downward facing dog. And as you inhale, lift your right leg all the way up to the sky. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands. Spin the left heel in. Take a hold of your block. Inhale, reach it all the way up overhead into your warrior two. Exhale, straighten the right leg, reach over to the right. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale to Trikonasana, block to the outside of the right ankle. Left arm either overhead to the sky along your left hip. Press the hip bones forward, lean the head and shoulder back. One full breath here. One long exhale. From here, inhale, lift the block overhead, turn the right toes forward. So you're facing the long side of the mat, and then fold forward, place the block to the floor. Right hand to the block, twist the left arm up to the sky. Take a breath. Exhale, twist left hand to the right leg, reach the right arm up to the sky. Come all the way back through center. Taking a hold of your block, turn both feet around so they look to the long side of the mat to your right. And this time you're going to take that block just forward of your right foot. Bring the left hand to the left hip. And inhale, lift the left leg all the way out to the left in your half moon. As you lift your left leg, you might need to turn your right toes in ever so slightly. Lean in the head and shoulders back. Maybe you can reach your left arm all the way up towards the sky. It might be here that you can challenge yourself a little bit more and you can hover those right fingertips off the block. Hold and strong and steady wherever you are in your movement. Take a breath. As you exhale, step the left foot back to the floor, using blocks or no blocks, one-legged plank. Take in a breath. Exhale. Maybe you flip your right foot over to the left and find wild thing. Take in a breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Little bit of movement in the legs in downward facing dog. And as you inhale, lift the left leg all the way up to the sky. Exhale, step the left foot between the hands. Spin the right heel in. Take a hold of your blocks. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, straighten the left leg, lean over to the left. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, triangle pose, left side with the block. Reaching the right arm overhead up to the sky, or maybe rested on your right hip. Push the hip bones forward, lean the head and shoulders back. Take a deep breath in. Long exhale. And as you inhale, lift the block all the way up to the sky. Turn the left toes forward. Exhale, fold them forward over the legs. Left hand to the block, twist the right arm to the sky. Take a breath. Exhale, right hand to the left leg, twist the left arm to the sky. Bring them both hands down to the block. Spin to the left. And then this time you're going to take your block just forward of the left foot. Bring the right hand to the hip. Change the position of that left foot if you need it. And as you inhale, lift your right leg out to the right, coming into your half moon pose. If you need two blocks, stack one up against the other and allow that block to become a little bit higher. Open up the chest, lean the head and shoulders back. If you want that challenge, let go of the blocks, hover and hang that left hand. Maintain your strong half moon. Take in a breath. As you exhale, step the right foot back, turning the hands to the blocks or the floors. Step your left foot into your one-legged plank. Options stay here, maybe modify right knee on the floor. Or you can step it into your wild thing, flipping the left foot to the right, reaching the left arm overhead. Take a breath. Exhale your planks, your chaturangas, your upward facing dogs to your child's pose. Whew. Just allowing the head to rest towards the floor. If you're using the blocks, keep the hands on the blocks, allowing some space in the shoulders even here. It might be here in your child's pose. You want to just take the hands together and bring the thumbs to the back of the head and neck. You might do that with the elbows on the floor. You might do that with the elbows on the blocks. Finding a little bit of space in the shoulders here. Play around with taking the knees a little bit wider so you can wiggle the belly into the thighs. Take the body a little closer to the floor. Long, slow, steady inhales. Deeper, longer exhales. Maybe you can feel your heartbeat beginning to slow and steady from all of your efforts in your practice today, your challenges with your blocks if you've used them. And slowly beginning to release the arms if they were behind the head and neck. Take the blocks from under the arms if they're there. And then slide the body all the way forward onto your front. Make a pillow with the hands and rest the head here. Rocking the hips from side to side. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Breathing into the mat beneath you. If lying on your front is where you might stay for an alternative to your Shavasana, then make yourself comfortable here. If you prefer to be on your back, flip yourself around. And then find the Shavasana that works for you. Using what you have around you, you might rest your legs up over the furniture in your room, up your wall. You might even slide that block back underneath your bottom and lift the feet up. Finding your Shavasana here. A place and space where you can just let the body relax. Where it feels a little easier to breathe. You might even come back to your intention if you set one at the beginning of your practice. That reminder to take a deeper breath. A reminder to be kind to yourself. Whatever your intention was, begin to breathe it back into the body. And perhaps it can stay with you for the rest of your day, the rest of your week. Just noticing how freely your breath flows in and out of the body. It flows into the space that you've created over this last 60 minutes. A bigger space in the ribs and the lungs. If Shavasana is where you might want to stay for a little while longer, and stay exactly as you are. If you're feeling ready to move, take a deep inhale and a stretch. As you exhale, rock all the way up into your seat. As you find your seat, just place the hands over the legs. Maybe you close the eyes and lean back until you can feel the weight of your body pushing right down into the bones of your bottom. And as you inhale, take the arms wide. Breathe fully into the ribs as you reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, sigh the hands all the way into your center. Inhale, take the arms wide, breathe into the ribs. See if you can fill the ribs a little more with your breath. Pause at the top. Maybe you can take a deeper inhale. Exhale, sigh the hands all the way down through center. Inhale, arms wide, ribs fill, lungs fill. Reaching overhead, take a little extra sup of your breath at the top. And then exhale, breathe into your center, breathe into your power, your strength, your focus. Bowing the forehead to the thumbs. Take a moment here to thank yourself for your time on the mat. Give yourself a little smile, a little bit of acknowledgement that you made it. You allowed yourself this time for you. Thanking you all for joining in with your energy, your focus, your strength. Namaste. Awesome work, everybody.